Hey yo, welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. I am not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. Studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the sensational Shelly eats steak, also known as the wonderful Warden, and my chauffeur for today. Yes, we're cooking it old school. We're back in the car. We got a bunch of errands to run today. And right now, we're actually sitting in line. We're next up to go through the drive-thru. We just got gas, and the car needs a car wash. So we're next in line to go. So I figured it's the perfect time to just chat with you folks for a little bit.
Yeah, why chat with each other?
Well, we've gotten good feedback in the past. People love it when we're in the car. They feel like they're riding with us.
Right there.
There, yeah.
Right there.
And this video is for my MS journey for week 139.
Wow.
And everything is going perfect, y'all. I'm feeling amazing. I'm getting good sleep. I think part of it too is because you got me drinking that Calm.
Mm-hmm.
And then also we concerted with our number one groupie, and we got those pills. What was it?
I want to actually just say a shout out to Renee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think you've done your intro yet, have you?
Yeah, I just did.
Oh, okay. Anyways, shout out to Renee because she recommended. I said I think because I've noticed he twitches his feet a lot at night. I said so I think he probably has restless leg syndrome, and he said he's always done that his whole life.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when I was a kid, laying in the middle of the living room watching TV. My parents sitting on the couch, and they said I need to do something with my legs. I couldn't stop shaking them.
So Renee recommended that he start Mega Red. So we ordered it right then in the live because she recommended it, and he got it the next day, and he started on it right away.
Yeah.
And last night I noticed. So I think you've been on it for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, give or take.
And I noticed last night when he was asleep, before I would count 10 to 12 seconds in between his leg
my spasms.
flexing. Yeah, his little spasms. Last night I counted and it was more like 45 seconds. So to me that's a huge improvement. And that's already after just a couple weeks. So
I'm just taking one pill a day as the directions say.
Yeah, so I think, in the future it should just keep getting better.
Yeah, and I just taking it in the morning when I take all my other pills.
Mm-hmm.
So I take a whole cocktail now of all my pills. But I mean, it's what we need to do. So, or I need to do, anyways.
Yeah, at least for now.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested to find out.
Yay, we're up next.
Right?
Well, he's going through the dryer now, so it's gonna take us a little bit.
No, this one has the dryer built in.
I know, but if you go slowly, it'll dry a little more.
Oh, okay.
But you're excited? You want to try what now?
Well, I'm just wondering, as he, eats the fermented foods and the kefir and all of that, if that will help as well.
I hope so. Especially now that you're making that kefir cheese. That stuff's amazing, y'all. And poor thing hasn't snapped that cough yet. And she even wakes up in the middle of the night doing it too. Out of dead sleep, she has to do it. I feel bad for her. It sounds like it hurts. I think just hollered at you.
I know. I was like, stop. But yeah, so tell them, because now it's been, what, 2 weeks at your job?
Yeah.
So tell them how that's going.
Actually, pretty easy. Only thing, I don't know how to explain it. This is my second work at home job, so there's a little bit of adjustment to that. I'm still getting used to it, but they shipped all my stuff to me. Plus, I got 2 computers, a little bitty miniature computer, and they call it a compute.
So 2 monitors.
Yeah,
right?
2 monitors, the compute, keyboard, headset with a microphone, and a little
camera.
Webcam. But I only have to use it when I'm in a meeting, and then only sometimes. Because when they do a lot of things, they call it self-study. They'll just give us, go to this page and read over this, pages, like yesterday, it was like, read page 50 and 54 and answer all the questions. And then, 90% of us, even the host, the coach and everything, the trainers, they even turn their cams off. So as soon as they turn theirs off, I turn mine off. And then I like this better too. We're using the same phone system. They call it a VIA. That's how we clock in and out too.
Oh, okay.
The other job, we had a whole nother system you clocked in and out on.
And that one always gave problems.
Yes.
Because as soon as you would start your computer.
Yeah. So this one's running a lot smoother.
Okay.
And they're just totally laid back about everything. Because, like, they're very, very pro-family. And then they said that even, like, the CEO, when he's in the meetings, his kids will come on camera, too, and talk to him. And they're totally fine with that. And then if you have kids, they want you to show them on camera. They want to meet your family. Because they say that's what it is. They call it the orange family. And then also if you have pets, they want to see your pets too.
Aww.
So you take specific time to show off your pets and everything and to get to know them and all. So I think that's really cool. And then once I'm on my regular schedule, right now, Monday through Friday, 9 to 6. And then we have scheduled breaks and lunches. But once I'm in my regular schedule, they call it in production, I'll be 8:30 to 5:30. And then I'll have Tuesdays and Sundays off. But then I set my own breaks and lunches. I do them whenever I want to. The only caveat is I can't do it an hour into my schedule or an hour at the end. The first hour, last hour, I can't take any breaks or anything. So.
Okay.
And then, by law, you get 2 15-minute breaks every shift, and then a lunch, and they give us an hour lunch. And I can even break up my breaks if I want to. I can split them up. Instead of doing 2 15s, I can do 3 10s if I wanted to. So, and that's totally up to me, however I want to do it. And then they said also if I wanted to, I could take a 30-minute lunch and get off a half hour early. But if I elect to do that, I have to do that from now on. That'll be my set schedule. But I actually like having an hour lunch because it just gives me more time to get my stuff done, especially like, if I need to go to the bathroom or anything like that. Or
right.
A lot of times I'll pull out the stuff we need for dinner or whatnot and let it all set up. So I just have a little bit more time to a full hour. And I don't feel as rushed.
Yeah.
And working from home, it's not a big deal. If I was out working on site somewhere, it would be a longer commute time. But I'm already at home. I just roll out, I'm good.
Right.
And then and what I've got it going on now too is I'm still doing my DBY, no problem there. When I figured out the easiest way to do it first thing in the morning. And I'll knock that out right before I work.
Well,
it's working out perfect too. Okay. Especially since you got me on that Relight, Redmond's Relight. It's a pre-workout drink. I drink that and do my workout.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So I got it figured out.
You were drinking that this week.
Well, the few times I did though.
Oh, okay.
So.
I didn't know you did it at all this week.
Yeah, well, I told you about it, and that's whenever I had the inflammation kick in. We were wondering if it was that or not.
Yeah, that was last week,
Yeah.
so that's why I was saying this week.
Oh, okay, then never mind. Maybe it was last week when I did it.
Well,
wow. Yeah.
What about all the different programs and systems you use? Is it complicated, or do you feel like
somewhat.
You got it?
It's somewhat complicated, but it's going to become muscle memory. And then also, they advised us that it takes most folks 6 to 7 months, and they get everything figured out, and all of a sudden the light bulb goes off, and you got everything clicks. And they're going to do, I think it's not next week, next Thursday I think is when they're going to do it. And we're going to go into nesting, is what they call it. We're going to be taking live calls, but the trainers will be there with us, assisting as necessary.
Yeah.
So, that sounds fun. But, I mean, all we're doing is just helping the customers, basically placing orders and tracking orders. Because, the last job I was doing tech support, but I'm not going to have to do any of that. I'm not going to help people, build anything or fix their system or like that. So.
And you won't have to hear the blaring
of the alarm going off.
Yeah.
At the most, I'll be hearing, dealing with people yelling and screaming because they're not going to call just to visit. They're calling because they have a problem.
Right.
But so I'm going to have to, show empathy and keep my, cool, calm and collected. Because, it's a customer service. So you're there to service the customers. To me, that's a piece of cake. That's pretty much what I've done. Even no matter what job I was doing, it's always customer service. So, and then it's pretty cool too. Every shift, every day in class, we get at least one person that volunteers to take notes for us, and then it's all saved to a OneNote. So I have access to all of that.
That's good.
And then at the end of the self-study, we all do a debrief, and the coach goes with it, the trainer goes with it all through it with us. So if I had the wrong thing filled in, I'd just edit and save it. I'll have all that as well. I can access.
That's good.
And then I have another thing. I remember when I used to work in store with them. They were very big. They were required. The associates were required to do a thing that they called PK training. They wanted you cross-trained in every department. And PK is product knowledge.
Oh,
so that way, anytime a customer asks you for help or something, you'll be able to assist them.
Right.
Which makes sense because that's the whole point of working there,
Yeah.
But they have another thing too. They have another section, like a handbook basically, that they call KBs, knowledge base, and they each have an itemized number on it. So if I am stuck on something, I just access that.
Oh, that's good.
So I have a whole folder saved on my, like on have all your bookmarks.
Mm-hmm.
I have a folder just for those, so I can pull them up, and I know which one it is, and I have them labeled already.
Oh,
so
wow.
I have easy access to pull everything up.
Nice.
And everything's on the glance right there. So everything's amazing. It's just wild though, because we're like already 2 weeks in, and there's like 3 or 4 people that are still having problems with their computers, or haven't even received all of their equipment. So
yeah, it happens.
at least it wasn't me.
Right?
Not to gloat or nothing, but I dodged a bullet on that. So, but everything's going smooth. I'm loving it so far.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and the team's really cool too. Everybody's really nice, and my trainers are nice. I've already met my my direct supervisor and his boss, and I've already been added to because we do everything in Teams, Microsoft Teams, and so that's very similar to what I did in the last position, my last outfit I was with. Anytime you're doing anything and you need help, you just punch into Teams and ask them, and somebody will pop in and help you. And then you just let them know when you're going to break, or I'll put in there like if I gotta go to the bathroom, I just BRB RR. And then you just make sure you're not out there, just hanging out in the bathroom.
Right.
If it becomes a problem, they'll address it. But otherwise, it's no different than you're working on site. You just gotta run to the bathroom.
Right.
You don't hide out in there. So.
Well, I don't know. There was a couple times when I worked the one job at the facility, and like if I had a really stressful call, I'd be like restroom, and I'd go in there and just be like, okay, I just need a breather. I just need to escape for a minute, have quietness, and then I would get back. And then that way, I didn't hang out there for 30 minutes or anything, but yeah, I would get a breather and just get away. Maybe cry a little in the bathroom stall.
Yeah. Whatever it takes to reset.
Right?
Because when I worked on site, that's when I still was in the band. I would actually take my acoustic guitar with me. That's when I had the van.
Oh.
I'd pop my doors open and I'd just hang out in the back seat and play my guitar while I was on break or on lunch.
Wow.
Because it's an acoustic, I don't need all of my equipment, all the electric and stuff. So.
Wow. Well, so health-wise,
I feel amazing.
Now that, I would consider you're officially no longer BBB and E.
Yeah, when I'm updating, I'm still telling everybody it's my reintroduction phase.
Yeah, but I feel like
I did drink Zevia last night. I don't think it adversely affected me. I did gain a pound this morning, but well, I don't live and die by what's on that scale.
Right, and a pound to me.
Tomorrow it's gonna be down again.
Right. And that could just be because we ate so much later too.
Yeah.
And then it was a while before we even got to sleep last night.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would consider that from that. So at least that drinking it with your meal didn't affect you adversely.
And then we'll find out tomorrow because I got my Dutch bro and I got the Rain bro with the Rebel included into it. Yeah. And I've already drank half of it, and I feel fine. Actually, I feel really good. Actually, now that I have it, because I've been missing it. It's like it's my favorite drink. In fact, we got to go back later today and get another one because they're running a special right now after 3 p.m. today. They're going to help any of them because they're not going to see it till it's already done. But they're giving away, what is it, dog bandanas. We're going to try and get 2. We may have to go through the line twice or go to 2 different locations. But we're going to go through the line and then ask if they can give us 2 since we have 2 dogs.
Yeah.
I just thought that was pretty cool. Because we'd already planned on it. Y'all, we didn't record it because it was a little earlier and we figured why not go ahead and do this right now. But we had to take Delilah to the vet today for her regular checkup. And then the vet is right next to Dutch.
Isn't that convenient?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted to go to Dutch anyways, so it was even better.
But it was a new vet that I found.
And they seem really cool, so it may be our permanent vet.
Yeah, I was impressed with them. It's called A Couple of Vets.
That's the name of the place. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's like a married couple. And
so it's Mom and Paul.
Let me in. Don't be a jerk. Look, he's just going straight. I hate when people are like that.
Yeah, we're getting off the feeder and trying to get up on the freeway, and then some people, I really feel like some people leave the house to just be in the way. That's really what it feels like.
Like
maybe I'm just too...
You're in that lane where you know people are going to be getting up on the freeway, and if you're going straight, wouldn't you want them to hurry up so that they're not in front of you in front? Like, just let them in. Don't be speeding up so that they can't get on the freeway. It
really feels like some people are just oblivious to everybody else around them.
Maybe that's what it is.
And maybe I was taught, because my dad was a truck driver, so he taught me how to watch the traffic around you too, to try and avoid stuff.
Right.
And how to be proactive.
My work sister was telling me, she goes, because she was saying, I forget, she was talking about doing something and having to drive like 40 minutes to go, or an hour to go somewhere.
Welcome to Houston.
I know, I was like, yeah, it's kind of typical in Houston. And she goes, she couldn't be paid enough to deal with Houston traffic. And she's never even been to Houston.
Wow.
She's in Missouri, and she's heard about Houston. She's just like,
nope.
No, you can pay me enough. I'm like, yeah, I know.
So what do you say do you get here?
I know the traffic's pretty bad, but in some ways, you deal with the traffic, but then you get other advantages, because like when I talk to some of my other co-workers or some of our channel members, I'll be like, oh, go to Sprouts or Whole Foods or Aldi, and they're like, or Dutch Bros, and they're like, oh yeah, it's like an hour away, or it's 2 hours away, or oh, if I go to Costco or Sam's, I gotta drive an hour. We literally, and like one co-worker, she lives up near the Panhandle, almost in New Mexico, like she's just a few miles from New Mexico, and she says she has to drive over an hour to get to HEB, but it's worth it. And I'm like, oh, I feel bad because we have, 50? At least 5 HEBs within 20 minutes of us.
Yeah. Or, my poker friend Yoda, him and his wife, when they went to New England.
Yeah.
They went to, because he's a huge baseball, both of them are huge baseball fans, right? And they went to go see I don't remember which one it was, but it was one of the stadiums. They went to go to some game, and then they were talking to some of the locals about going to see another one, and like, oh, nah, I wouldn't go there. That's like 30 minutes away. That's too far. And they're like, what? 30 minutes? I'm from Houston. He goes, he mapped it out, and they were able to go like 3 or 4 different other stadiums too on that trip because they were only like 30 minutes away from each other. He's like, we do that on the daily, so this is awesome.
But,
nothing to me.
But I was saying, like, we're fortunate because, like, we have all the HEBs, and then, like, when it comes to Costco and Sam's, we have several Costco's, all within an hour's drive. Like, the furthest one is like an hour.
Yeah.
Sam's, again, like, because we were like, oh, the Sam's near us is out of Topo, or the Sam's we're going to, rather.
Yeah.
But there's another one that's actually a little bit closer, but they were also out of it. And then there's also, like, we have 3 Sam's locations within 15 and 20 minutes.
Yeah. What's really cool, too, though, I like going over here, because we're heading to Sam's right now. Right after Sam's, the next exit is Costco. Mm-hmm. The next exit is an H-E-B.
Right. And that's, so I'm like, yeah, we have to deal with traffic and, all the other BS that goes with having a large city.
Yeah.
But the advantage is we have Sprouts. Yes. And we have, like, several Aldis near us. Like, we're really fortunate in that way that we have all of those. And then we also have, because of it being here,
Well, we also have the Whole Foods.
Yeah, but also being here, we have access to farmers markets. And there's actually quite a few farmers markets. There's one in Tomball, which some of you got to go to. There's another one right here in the Woodlands, and there's one downtown. So again, all of those are about 30 minutes away.
And that farmer's market, that actual farmer, right there.
Yeah, we have a raw dairy farmer that's again about 30 minutes away. Yeah. So yeah, even though it's a big city, there are still farms nearby, so we still kind of get that advantage too. And then plus we have tons of restaurants. Like when I talked to my work sister, she's like, "Ooh, I can't wait. We're gonna go eat at an Olive Garden." Like, she was so excited, and I was like, "Olive Garden?" Like, ooh. But to her, that's like a fancy restaurant in her area. And it's like, to us, that's just like bottom grade.
Because years ago too, before we got together, I was actually looking at trying to become a chef, and I went and talked to. They had an open house thing at the Art Institute of Houston, their culinary department, and they said that Houston is so diverse ethnically that we have every type of cuisine there is, and that in fact, it's been rumored for years too. It's basically financial suicide if you want to try and open a Mexican or a barbecue restaurant.
Yeah.
Because you can throw a rock and hit like 15 of them.
Yeah, literally. And that is another advantage to a big city is, we truly do. Like,
and speaking of
think of an ethnic food that you want, and I guarantee you there is a restaurant that has it.
And then we have all the ethnic meat markets too.
Yeah.
So you get fresh meat and stuff there too.
Yeah. And then
all this is a
promo for Houston, right? We're so happy it's Houston, and then you get here and you're like, but it's Houston.
Right. Oh yeah, you know what other thing we have? The heat.
Oh, I know.
Y'all probably heard me say it before, but I love it, and everybody, I've been seeing it a lot here recently, the little meme. But if those of y'all that have ever played Super Mario Bros. 3, that level where the sun is chasing Mario, trying to kill him, that's Texas.
Right, that's how it feels. So yeah, I'm just
everything's good.
Yeah, and then
those of y'all that watched the Friday Night Feast last night, you saw where we kind of pre-celebrated our anniversary. Because we have reservations tonight to celebrate because we don't like going out on school nights. Our anniversary is not actually till the 31st. Today, I'm recording this the 26th, but it's Saturday, so it's easy, and we're gonna go to one of our favorite restaurants that has a keto menu. So that's good too. And then that's another part of the drawback of Houston too. We gotta go basically downtown to go. And that restaurant is shoehorned into their little spot, and they only do valet parking. So we gotta pay to park there, but the food is amazing, and then they take great care of you. And I'm able to book it through Open Table, and put all my notes in, and they take care of everything's. Yeah, we get points for it too, but I'm just saying as I can spell out all my needs at once, because it's a whole much easier. I feel like when you specify it, everything. When you write it up versus talking to them, you know what I mean? And they have a heads up when you place the reservation, Maybe they're just a little OCD on it, but
yeah. And what also I thought was funny though is, so again, my work sister, she was saying how one night on her Snapchat she posted they went to a very fancy restaurant, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, it was so fancy," because somebody made a comment about, "Oh well, I hope you're treating him right," basically. And she was like, "Yeah, we got drinks and appetizer, entree, desserts." And she was like, and it was so expensive. It was $120 for both of us. And I was like, wait, your fanciest restaurant for 2 people with drinks, appetizers, desserts, and tip was $120. I was like, oh, girl, if we could go to your basic saltgrass,
yeah,
and we don't even get drinks, if we walk out less than $100, yeah, or appetizers,
or dessert,
obviously. I said, we walk out for 2 of us for less than $100, we feel like we got a deal.
We won.
And that's usually when we get a reward.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I said, a fancy restaurant here in Houston, like if we go to some of the top tier steakhouses,
it's $120 each.
Right, like you're seriously looking at $180, $200 for the meal. I mean, even when we went to the Brazilian steakhouse that time, it was $180 with tip for both of us. So to me, it's like, I'm like, wow, that's a really good deal. Yeah. So even though Houston's got 500 restaurants in a mile,
you gotta pay for them.
Yeah, they're not cheap. I mean, you can find cheap restaurants, definitely, but the ones that are high end know they're high end, right? And they cater to that, and it depends on the area too, as we have a couple of very affluent areas, and one of them, because they know they're in an affluent area, like where we're going tonight,
they charge it too.
They charge it too, because they're like, yeah, these people are making $1 million. If
you can eat here, you can afford to pay for eating here.
Right. Wow, Sam's is freaking full.
Yeah, that's the problem too. We looked it up and we said because they most Sam's and Costco, they generally open at 10 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. But we looked it up and we saw where they open at 9. So we're like, oh, we get in and get out earlier. But then we had to take Delilah and her appointment. The earliest they could get her in was at 9.
Well, it was either 9, 9:30, or 10. What's this person doing? Walking out in the middle of...
Right down the middle of the lane with his 3 kids. That's perfect. Thanks, bro.
Like, jeez.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
So it's not just the drivers. Well, you know what it is? He's one of those oblivious drivers.
Yeah. I'm hoping, because I saw somebody parking, so I'm hoping I get their spot. But might already be somebody there waiting.
All right.
Oh, people. Yeah, I think they're going to get it. Dang it!
Well, we'll just keep circling. You'll get it.
So...
It gives us more time to chat with our friends.
Right. So tonight we're celebrating our anniversary, because our actual anniversary is the 31st. Mm-hmm. But I don't like going out on a work night. Comment below and let me know if anybody else is like that. Because,
or weird.
Yeah, because my work sister was kind of making fun of me. She was like, "Oh, really, Shelly? Like, you can't go out on a Thursday night?" No, right up here. Okay. And I was like, well, no.
Because not only after we get out, we're gonna get home, then we're gonna start with the dogs and everything to do with the 2. So.
Right, and then plus with your work schedule, you're not even getting off work until 6 p.m.
Right.
So by the time we would get anywhere, the reservation, we'd have to do 7. So I was like, that's just, and then plus that's way later than we're used to eating. Because during the week, I mean, before we were eating about 5:30, but lately we've been eating like as soon as he gets off work, it's ready to eat. So at 6, which is still kind of later than I like.
Yeah. I mean, well, on Fridays we do that too, because we don't even start till 6:30. So.
Well, on Fridays we eat really late.
Yeah, because of that.
Yeah, but then I'm just saying, so during the week, I just feel like it just puts everything off. And I like to have, after working all day, I like to be able to just like chill out for the evening, and then I just feel rushed if we do it during the week.
And then since they're also,
I was saying, so let me know if you're somebody who's like, hey, I don't care what day of the week it is. I'll go out whenever. Or are you someone who's like, nah, I got to save it where I know I'm not working the next day?
Well, then also, because we work from home, we don't have to get all dolled up. Like me, I'm just shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just in my pajamas all day.
Right, because you're not on camera, so you don't have to worry about it. The customers never see you.
Right.
But if we're going to go out to eat, that's all going to change.
Yeah, because then I have to get dressed,
right,
which is also
be presentable.
Not fun.
Right, so it's just easier. And then like tonight, I mean, right now I'm not all dolled up, but we're gonna leave. We just got the Sam's. After we leave here, we brought a cooler, throw all the stuff in there. We'll leave here, go to HEB, then we'll go home, chill for a little bit, then we're gonna get change clothes and go back out.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing this would be a good spot to go ahead and stop showing what I ate.
Well, one thing,
that's fine.
Just one reminder, y'all, please make sure you watch this week's coming Warden Report.
Yes.
On August 30th. There is going to be a big Ketochow announcement, so make sure that you do tune into that for the Ketochow announcement, because you're gonna want to hear what's happening.
Yes.
So make sure you tune in to the Warden Report. Okay, now you cut and show them all your food.
Sunday breakfast. This is day 20 of my triple B&E reintroduction, and I'm having sausage, egg, and cheese. Sunday lunch, I'm having a couple of burger patties topped with some goat cheese and salsa. Sunday night dinner, we're having breakfast for dinner. We have some duck egg omelet stuffed with some bacon and pulled pork and some goat cheese. And I topped it with a little cilantro salsa and a side of smashed avocado. Monday morning breakfast. This is day 21 of my triple B&E reintroduction, and I have a beef jalapeno sausage, my hard-boiled eggs topped with this true made sriracha, and a little glob of some cream cheese. Monday lunch, and this is day 21 of my triple B&E reintroduction. I'm just having some pulled pork soup topped with a little salsa and a side of smashed avocado. Monday night dinner, I'm having a bowl of no sketty topped with a few slices of mozzarella and some of our fermented tomatoes. Tuesday morning breakfast, this is day 22 of my triple B&E reintroduction. I'm just having my normal hard-boiled eggs, breakfast sausage, and I'm adding a little cream cheese. Tuesday lunch. This is day 22 of my triple B&E reintroduction. And what I got here is a double meat, double cheese burger topped with some salsa and some fresh sliced red onions. Tuesday night dinner, and I'm having some no sketty soup. I added some fresh red onions and this whole bag of the moon cheese in here. Wednesday breakfast, this is day 23 of my triple B&E reintroduction. I'm just having a few swaggerty breakfast sausages, my hard-boiled eggs topped with this true made sriracha, and a little bit of cream cheese. Wednesday lunch, I'm having the rest of that no sketty. Wednesday night dinner, I'm having a double meat, double cheeseburger topped with some of that cilantro salsa. Thursday breakfast, and this is day 24 of my triple B&E reintroduction. What I got here again, hard-boiled eggs topped with a little bit of this sriracha sauce, beef and jalapeno sausage, and a couple of dabs of our homemade kefir cheese. This stuff is so good, y'all. Thursday lunch, and I got a double meat, double cheeseburger, and some bacon, and I topped it with some of that cilantro salsa. Thursday night dinner, and I got some sausage and onions. Then I topped it with a little bit of our homemade kefir cheese, some of that true made sriracha, fermented tomatoes, zucchini, and bell peppers. This looks amazing. Friday breakfast. This is day 25 of my triple B&E reintroduction. And once again, I got my hard-boiled eggs, topped a little bit of this sriracha sauce, a jalapeno beef sausage, and a little bit of cream cheese there. Friday lunch. This is day 25 of my triple B&E reintroduction. I'm having a double meat bacon cheeseburger topped with some red onions and fermented tomatoes. Saturday breakfast. This is day 26 of my triple B&E reintroduction. And I love having leftovers for breakfast. That's what I got here. I got my hard-boiled eggs topped with that sriracha, some cheesy cauliflower, and an Italian sausage. So we're here at Ruggles Black celebrating with this beautiful woman. And we just ordered our appetizer of the Brussels sprouts. Look at, yeah, the keto Brussels sprouts. This looks amazing.
So,
What a day.
what had happened was, we just got through eating dinner, and I actually forgot to record. We're almost home. We're only about, what, maybe 10, 15 minutes away?
If that, I mean, I'd go faster. Get rid of all these
don't do
slow
that.
boats.
But that dinner was amazing. So good.
So full.
And y'all, you saw where they gave me a pizza box to take my leftovers home because the bones were so big on that pork chop. And that is like my favorite dish when we go there.
That was
so
like
good.
a tomahawk pork chop.
It really was. It was so good. I couldn't finish it. I am so full, y'all.
Me too. I had most delicious Indian spiced salmon.
Y'all gonna have to walk her warden report to see all that.
Yeah, but it was so good. It was considered a paleo dish.
Yeah.
Only because they serve it with like a little bit of couscous, and I was like, I don't even like couscous.
Right.
So I just pushed it to the side, but I was like, that just sounds incredible.
Big old thick piece of salmon too.
It really was. But overall, I thought today was good. Like, we went to Sam's, I think last time we were talking to him, and then we went to the Hem. And then we got home, put that away, took care of the dogs. I did another batch of my kefir.
Oh yeah. Oh, and you stirred up the
And yeah,
Sriracha.
the sriracha. That sriracha is going to be so good because I think it's at like 2 weeks now.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, then my kefir, I drank a cup of that, and it was so good. I find mine really is that tanginess,
Yeah.
which I enjoy. And then we got ready and went to dinner, right?
Yeah.
Which is far away.
Yeah. It took us about what?
It takes about it says 40 to 45
When we left the
minutes.
house, it said 37 minutes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, that's close. 40 to 45.
Yeah.
Just depending on traffic.
Right.
But yeah, it's like right near downtown. Well, no, I guess
River
it's
Oaks, isn't it?
River Oaks, yeah.
Yeah. Which is like the ritzy part of town.
Yeah.
The bougie part of town.
Bougie. But it was really
Old
nice.
money lives there.
Yeah. The waiter that we had tonight,
He actually remembered us from last time.
yeah, last time
And it's
he
been a
served
while.
us.
Been a while since we've been in there.
I know.
At least that feels like it has been, anyways.
Yeah.
But that place was amazing.
Sir, you do not have your lights on.
Ooh, danger.
I know. But it was just so good. I thoroughly enjoyed everything we had tonight. Like, the chefs were on it tonight, right?
Yes.
Like, they definitely were right there. Like, they just, everything was just cooked perfect, y'all.
Yeah.
Just love when that happens. The only thing is, I had ordered a keto coffee.
All right.
And he forgot about it. And I was like, by the time he remembered, he's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I go put it in. I was like, you know what? Nah, I don't need it. I already had my Dutch today. I don't need this one. And so
We were going to go back to Dutch again tonight, but we don't need it.
no.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, and I feel like I already got the one.
Yeah.
It's enough. And then, what was cute is then at the end they served like what was it, keto ice cream or whatever with a candle in it
Right.
for our anniversary.
Right.
Isn't that sweet? So overall, I thought it was really nice.
Perfect.
And
Let's do it again next year.
right? And it, and then what's kind of nice is the seating is pretty close.
Yeah. It's a very intimate restaurant.
Yes, and so, but then when you see what other people order, you're kind of like, oh, what is that? What you got there?
Right.
And then the new couple that sat beside us, the first couple, I think they must have been like on a first or second date because they chit-chatted the whole time.
Didn't even pay us any kind of mind.
Yeah, like nobody else in the room existed, so obviously they were dating.
Yeah.
But the second couple, and they were probably a little older than us because I saw the gray hairs.
Huh.
And of course, they're immediately like, "Oh, what you got there?" And "Oh, what's this?" And "Oh, da da da." And, "Oh, well, what is that made of?" "Oh, what is in that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that seems right." They've been
really
married
nice,
a while, huh?
I said they were really nice though.
Yeah, they were really nice. But that's what I mean. They've been married a while. They're like, look, I can talk to him later.
Right.
What you got there? So it's just nice. And yeah, I just really enjoyed tonight. How about you, honey?
It was amazing.
Aww.
Like I said, I'm already ready to go back again. That pork chop was like my favorite thing when we go there. And this time it was way bigger than it's ever been.
It was like it really looked like a tomahawk pork chop.
It really did.
And then
And it's clearly marked on the menu that's a double bone, and it sure was.
and it had a duck egg on top,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that's standard. Yeah.
That looks so good.
And they do serve it with some mashed cauliflower.
You didn't even touch it.
I took like 2 bites, I think.
Oh.
And then it's like a, I don't know, a spoonful of it though.
Yeah, it's like they take a heaping tablespoon and plop.
Yeah. Oh, it's a little side plate too, and it's cool because when they come out and before they bring that out to you, they serve it to you on a cutting board, wood plank. But they put a napkin down first because they use white linen napkins. I don't know if it's actually linen, but it's white. So they put that napkin down first and then put the wood block on there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sorry, I'm not too talkative. I'm just really tired. I'm really full.
Mm-hmm.
This has been a great week.
We're very full.
Yeah, next week's going to be even better.
Are we going to go, or are we just going to sit here and...
Yeah, the people in front of us and the car in front of us didn't want to go, even though we got a green light. But
and then tomorrow is, well, if y'all are watching this when it's released, it's National Cinema Day.
yeah,
So
but that'll be on next week's.
Oh yeah, but I'm just gonna tell them
Yeah.
in case they watch it. They're like, oh, I can still make it to the movies.
Right.
Most tickets are only $4.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna go.
And we're gonna do a double feature.
A double feature, yeah. That'll be fun.
Uh-huh.
All afternoon with the Heath
Yep.
and his warden.
All right.
Well, I guess just go ahead and close it out then.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just really full, but I'm also really excited about next week for work. This job, I think, is going to be the one. So I got a good feeling about this.
Oh, good.
So, but I just want to tell y'all, thanks for watching. And don't forget, every Friday night, 6:30 Central, we go live for the Friday night feast. We cook up an entree, maybe a couple little snacks. We'll show y'all how to do it. And then we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the Hungry Horde. We hope you can tune in sometime. We'd love to have you over for dinner. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Please stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel members. Thank y'all again for your continued support. Have a great one.
Good night, everybody.